Have you ever wondered what it looks like when God's favor is poured out in abundance? Well, let's journey back to ancient Israel and take a look at the reign of King Solomon, specifically in 1 Kings chapters 9 and 10. This is where we see the peak of his kingdom, a time of incredible peace, prosperity, and wisdom. After Solomon finishes building the magnificent temple and his own palace, a project that took 20 years, God appears to him for a second time. And God's message is both a promise and a warning. He says essentially, Solomon, I have heard your prayer. I have consecrated this temple, and my eyes and my heart will be there for all time. What an incredible promise. God is committing to be present with his people. But then comes the condition. God tells Solomon, if you walk before me with integrity of heart and uprightness, as David your father did, and do all I command, then I will establish your royal throne over Israel forever. But there's a flip side. God also warns, but if you or your descendants turn away from me and do not observe my commands and decrees, and you go off to serve other gods and worship them, then I will cut off Israel from the land I have given them and will reject this temple. This is a powerful lesson for all of us. God's blessings are often tied to our obedience and faithfulness. It's a call to walk closely with him, not out of fear, but out of love and trust. Following this divine encounter, we see Solomon's kingdom flourish like never before. He embarks on massive building projects all across the land, fortifying cities like Hazor, Megiddo, and Gezer. He builds store cities and towns for his chariots and horses. The sheer scale of his operations is mind-boggling. He even establishes a navy with the help of Hiram, the king of Tyre, sending ships from Ezion-Geber all the way to Ophir. And guess what they bring back? Gold. Lots of it. 420 talents of gold, to be precise. That's an astronomical amount. Even by today's standards, Solomon's influence and wealth are expanding to the corners of the known world. Now, this is where the story gets really famous. Word of Solomon's incredible wisdom and riches reaches a powerful ruler from a distant land, the Queen of Sheba. She's not just curious, she's a skeptic. She's heard these unbelievable stories and decides she has to see it for herself. So she travels all the way to Jerusalem with a huge caravan of camels loaded with spices, gold, and precious stones. She comes to test Solomon with hard questions. Imagine this scene, a powerful, intelligent queen trying to stump the wisest man on earth. But the Bible tells us, Solomon answered all her questions. Nothing was too hard for the king to explain to her. She tests him, and he passes with flying colors. But it wasn't just his answers that amazed her. She saw the house he had built, the food on his table, the seating of his officials, the attending servants in their robes, his cupbearers, and the burnt offerings he made at the temple. It was the whole system, the order, the sheer magnificence of it all that left her breathless. She says to the king, "The report I heard in my own country about your achievements and your wisdom is true. But I did not believe these things until I came and saw with my own eyes. Indeed, not even half was told me. In wisdom and wealth you have far exceeded the report I heard." She was completely blown away. The reality was even greater than the hype. And she doesn't just praise Solomon. She praises God, saying, "Praise be to the Lord your God, who has delighted in you and placed you on the throne of Israel." She recognized that Solomon's wisdom and success were a gift from God. This encounter highlights a beautiful truth. When we live in God's wisdom, our lives can point others to Him. The Queen of Sheba came seeking worldly wisdom and wealth, but left with a glimpse of the God of Israel. The chapter then goes on to list Solomon's insane wealth. Every year, he received 666 talents of gold. That's not even counting the revenue from merchants, traders, and other kings. His throne was made of ivory and overlaid with the finest gold. All his drinking cups were gold. Silver was considered nothing in those days. He had a fleet of trading ships that brought back gold, silver, ivory, apes, and peacocks every 3 years. The Bible states it plainly. King Solomon was greater in riches and wisdom than all the other kings of the earth. The whole world sought an audience with him to listen to the wisdom God had put in his heart. These chapters paint a stunning picture of God's blessing, but woven throughout is that initial warning from God. This peak of glory also contains the seeds of future trouble. It reminds us that wealth and wisdom are gifts, but our ultimate security and joy are found only in our relationship with the giver. Solomon's story is a powerful testament to God's faithfulness, but also a sober reminder to keep our hearts fully devoted to Him, above all else. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the Bible. See you next time.